If you're watching this video, you're probably like me, you probably really like fonts. Or you're desperately trying to design something and you're looking for slightly unique, different, or very powerhouse, versatile fonts. And so I'm going to show you 3 really cool websites where you can get really good looking fonts. The first one is Google Fonts. Now, if you haven't been to this in a couple of years, you might be laughing to yourself like, really? Google Fonts, dude? Like, Google Fonts is trash. And I'll be honest, I used to think so too, but I came here recently and scrolling through Google Fonts, there's a ton of really solid fonts on here now. Everything, there's a lot of like really good powerhouse, very versatile fonts on here. Playfair Display is a pretty nice serif font. Rubik is a solid sans serif font. There's Roboto Slab, Ubuntu, and there's a ton of fonts on here. I don't know, I think it's in the thousands. And you can click on filters and filter things down. You can simplify it based on whatever it is you're looking for. So if you need something that looks whatever Innovative says, like Nabla, look at this font, that's pretty fancy. So there's filters. You can test it by typing something. We'll just say typography. And if I wanted something that looks a bit blobby, because I want some personality, these are all free fonts. And every single font on here is not just free to download, but like free to use in your projects for client work, for commercial work. So you don't need to worry about using this in logos or using this in an ad campaign or your advertising or on your social media, anything like that. These are all free fonts, and these all look really nice. There's so many on here, so many options, so many timeless fonts, and like this is a solid pick for finding fonts. And a couple of my favorite fonts on here is Sen. Here's what Sen looks like. It's a pretty nice looking sans serif font. And then a serif font that I like is Instrument. Well, there's Instrument Sans. I meant to pull up just Instrument Serif. This is a pretty nice looking serif font. So check out Google Fonts if you haven't in a long time. There's just loads of workhorse fonts on here. So don't sleep on it. It's pretty good. The next one is called Font Squirrel. Now, these are all free to download, and a lot of these are kind of like trials, so you get one style, you don't get the whole family of, light to black. But there's still tons of options here to kind of get an idea, and they're free to download. I don't know, there's really not much to say. Check the license. A lot of these you can use in commercial work, but you have to check the license for specific usage. So for a lot of them, you have to convert it to curves before you send over an SVG file or something like that. You can't bundle it into the file. So keep that in mind for some of these fonts. But check out Font Squirrel. Some nice fonts on here, like this Rust font is pretty cool. And of course, all of these websites have some type of filter here. So if we want something to look really hand-drawn, there's a collection of hand-drawn fonts on here as well. So Font Squirrel, pretty nice. Linked in the description. Now, I bet you haven't heard of this website. This is freefaces.gallery, and there's not as many fonts on here as Font Squirrel or Google Font, but these are really nice looking fonts, like Getai Grotesque. That looks pretty cool. This is a nice, clean memoir font. Amano, a display font. I don't know what this is, but it looks cool. So check out freefaces.gallery. These are also free fonts. And like, here's Chillax. This one looks really nice. There's really not much to say. Dude, how do people make like 20-minute videos going over 3 websites for fonts? It's insane. These websites are very straightforward. It's very easy to find really beautiful looking fonts. It's a great collection. So it's all linked in the description. Just go check it out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.